Prince William's bold declaration to protect Princess Diana's legacy has shaken the royal family, leaving Queen Camilla in tears and reigniting tensions within the palace. His statement not only reaffirmed his loyalty to his late mother, but also reopened old wounds, casting a shadow over Camilla's role in the monarchy. As public support for William surges, the royal family faces a growing crisis, struggling to balance tradition, modern expectations, and the deep emotional scars of the past. Queen Camilla's emotional reaction. The impact of Prince William's statement was immediate. Reports from inside the palace suggest that Queen Camilla was deeply affected, struggling to hold back tears. She reportedly retreated to her chambers, overwhelmed by the resurgence of Diana's legacy in such a public and powerful way. Those close to her describe this as a particularly painful moment, as she has spent years trying to carve out her place in the royal family while battling public resentment. For Camilla, Diana's shadow has never fully disappeared. Though she has worked to rebrand herself as queen consort, moments like these remind her and the public that Diana remains deeply loved and admired. It's a stark reality that no matter how much time passes, comparisons between the two women persist. The thought that William, the future king, is reinforcing Diana's influence rather than embracing Camilla as part of the royal legacy is reportedly a source of great distress. Behind closed doors, palace insiders suggest that Charles has been doing his best to console his wife. However, the tension is undeniable. Camilla's role in the monarchy has always been controversial, and William's unwavering commitment to Diana's memory only amplifies that controversy. To the public, it's a reaffirmation of Diana's enduring legacy. To Camilla, it's a reminder that she will never truly escape the past. The queen consort has tried to remain composed, maintaining her public duties. However, sources claim she feels increasingly isolated as Diana's legacy once again dominates headlines. As the world watches this renewed royal drama unfold, the question remains: how will Camilla move forward when even the future king continues to uphold his mother's legacy above all else? Prince William's declaration didn't just shake Camilla, it sent shockwaves throughout the entire royal family. What could have been dismissed as a personal sentiment quickly turned into a full-blown crisis within the palace walls. Senior aides, advisors, and royal staff scrambled to contain the situation, knowing that William's words had reignited one of the monarchy's most painful chapters. This wasn't just about personal feelings, it was about history, power, and the monarchy's delicate public image. Camilla's emotional reaction only heightened the tension, as her distress became a symbol of the unresolved pain that lingers within the royal family. Insiders say that the atmosphere inside the palace became unusually tense, with hushed conversations and emergency meetings taking place to assess the fallout. Even King Charles found himself caught in a difficult position. As both a father and a husband, he was forced to navigate an impossible balancing act. On one side, he understood William's dedication to Diana's memory. After all, she was the beloved mother of his children. On the other, he was watching his wife struggle under the weight of public scrutiny once again. For Charles, this moment was a stark reminder that the past is never truly buried. The crisis wasn't just felt inside the palace. Outside, the media frenzy surrounding William's words grew by the hour. News outlets, commentators, and social media exploded with debates about the significance of his statement. Was this an act of defiance against Camilla? Was William subtly challenging his father's leadership? Or was he simply honoring his mother in the only way he knew how? What's certain is that this moment has reignited old wounds and created new tensions. The monarchy, already under increasing pressure to modernize, now finds itself at a crossroads, forced to address its past while trying to maintain stability for the future. King Charles is no stranger to royal scandals, but this situation is particularly delicate. His son, Prince William, has taken a firm stand in protecting Diana's legacy, a move that not only impacts public perception but also deeply affects his wife, Queen Camilla. Now, Charles must navigate an emotional and political minefield, trying to balance his responsibilities as a monarch, husband, and father. For Charles, Diana's presence has always been a double-edged sword. On one hand, she was the mother of his children and an undeniable force in shaping modern royalty. On the other, her enduring popularity remains a challenge to his reign. Now, with William publicly reinforcing her legacy, Charles must tread carefully to avoid alienating his son or further distressing his wife. Behind the scenes, Charles has reportedly held private discussions with both Camilla and William. Sources suggest that he sympathizes with his son's devotion to Diana, but is also deeply concerned about the impact this has on Camilla. After all, he has spent years trying to legitimize her position within the monarchy. The last thing he wants is for the public to revisit old narratives that paint her as the other woman. Adding to the complexity is the public response. While William is being widely praised, Charles is facing renewed criticism. His ability to maintain unity within the royal family is being questioned, and his leadership is under scrutiny. Some wonder whether his reign can withstand such internal divisions. As a monarch, Charles must project strength and stability, but as a husband, he cannot ignore Camilla's pain, and as a father, he risks damaging his relationship with William if he pushes too hard. It's a dilemma with no easy answers, leaving Charles walking a tightrope between duty, loyalty, and the ghosts of the past. Prince William's declaration has struck a chord with the public, reinforcing his status as the true heir to Diana's legacy. While the royal family is often divided between tradition and progress, William's unwavering stance in protecting his mother's memory has resonated deeply with people across generations. His words were not just a tribute to Diana, they were a clear statement of his values, setting him apart from the monarchy's rigid traditions. On social media, hashtags like Prince William and Diana's legacy quickly trended, with thousands praising him for standing up for his mother. Many see his actions as a stark contrast to the often impersonal and strategic responses of other royals. In a time when the monarchy struggles to maintain its relevance, William's decision to publicly align himself with Diana's humanitarian spirit has only strengthened his connection with the people. His popularity, already significant, has soared even higher. Many royal watchers believe that this move has solidified William's reputation as the modern face of the monarchy. Unlike previous generations, he appears unafraid to challenge the status quo, and that courage has earned him widespread admiration. Even those who are indifferent to the monarchy see him as a refreshing contrast to its traditional, often rigid structure. For Camilla, however, this surge in William's popularity comes at a cost. Every wave of support for Diana's legacy is another reminder of her complicated past. She has worked tirelessly to gain acceptance, but William's actions have reignited old divisions. The public's message is clear. They still see Diana as the rightful queen in their hearts. As the media continues to analyze the long-term effects of this moment, one thing is certain: William has emerged not just as Diana's son, but as a leader determined to shape the future of the monarchy on his own terms. For decades, Camilla has fought to redefine her role within the royal family. Once vilified as the woman who disrupted Charles and Diana's marriage, she has since worked hard to gain public acceptance. Yet, despite the passage of time and her new title as Queen Consort, Diana's presence remains an inescapable part of Camilla's reality. William's words have reignited old wounds, placing Camilla back in a position she hoped to move past. His declaration not only reaffirmed Diana's influence, but also subtly highlighted the tensions that have never fully disappeared. Camilla's reaction, reportedly breaking down in tears, suggests that even after all these years, she still feels the weight of Diana's legacy looming over her. To the public, Diana was more than just a princess. She was a symbol of compassion, humanity, and a modernized monarchy. Camilla, in contrast, has always struggled to win over the same level of affection. While she has managed to reshape her image, she has never fully escaped the comparisons to Diana. The very existence of those comparisons makes it difficult for Camilla to feel entirely secure in her role. Even within the palace, there are whispers of concern over how William's stance might impact Camilla's long-term position. While Charles remains devoted to her, there's no denying that William is the future of the monarchy. His influence will only grow stronger, And if his vision of royalty is one that continues to elevate Diana's legacy above all else, where does that leave Camilla? The professional Darcy smiled as she understands Camilla. For now, Camilla must navigate this renewed wave of public scrutiny carefully. Every move she makes will be examined under the lens of Diana's legacy, and as history has shown, once Diana's name enters the conversation, Camilla's battle for acceptance becomes even more difficult. While Prince William's public stance on Diana's legacy has captured the spotlight, one person who feels this deeply is Prince Harry. Though physically distant from the royal family, Harry remains emotionally tied to the memory of his mother. His relationship with Diana's legacy has been a driving force behind many of his decisions, from his charity work to his departure from royal duties. Reports suggest that Harry has responded with a mix of pride and sadness. On one hand, he is undoubtedly proud of his brother for standing firm in honoring their mother's memory. On the other, it's a painful reminder of how fractured their family has become. While William remains at the heart of the monarchy, Harry has chosen a different path, one that has distanced him from the institution their mother once sought to change. Since stepping back from royal duties, Harry has often spoken about the pressures of royal life and the emotional struggles he endured after losing Diana. His move to the United States, along with his marriage to Meghan Markle, has been widely interpreted as an effort to break free from the constraints that once defined his childhood. However, moments like this bring everything back into focus. His mother's influence is still as powerful as ever, but he is now watching from the outside. Some reports suggest that Harry may have reached out to William privately to express his thoughts. While their relationship remains strained, Diana's memory is one of the few things that still unites them. However, whether this will bring them closer or deepen their divide remains to be seen. For Harry, this moment is more than just a headline. It's a reminder of the family he left behind and the complex emotions that come with being Diana's son in a world that refuses to forget her. While Prince William's stance on Diana's legacy has dominated the headlines, another unexpected moment has captured public attention: Prince Louis's candid and unfiltered reaction to Queen Camilla. What was supposed to be a joyous occasion, his 6th birthday, quickly turned into a subtle yet powerful moment of defiance that many believe reflects the deeper tensions within the royal family. According to reports, Louis had been eagerly anticipating a garden picnic to celebrate his birthday, a rare chance to enjoy a more relaxed family moment. However, at the last minute, the event was moved indoors under the orders of Queen Camilla, citing the need for a more formal setting. For a young boy, this change was disappointing, but what happened next would take the royal household by surprise. During the indoor celebration, Camilla reportedly approached Louis to wish him a happy birthday, but instead of responding warmly, the young prince turned away and whispered to his sister, Princess Charlotte, "I hate her, she is not my queen." The statement was shocking not just because of its bluntness, but because it seemingly echoed the unspoken sentiments many Diana supporters still hold. While this could easily be dismissed as a child's frustration over a ruined birthday plan, royal insiders believe it runs deeper. Prince Louis, though young, is growing up in a household where his father and mother are keenly aware of royal history. He has likely heard discussions about Diana's legacy and the complicated past surrounding Camilla. His reaction may not have been entirely spontaneous. It may have been the reflection of an unspoken understanding passed down within his family. The incident has sparked conversations about how the younger generation of royals views Camilla's role. While Charles has worked to integrate her fully into the family, William and Kate's children may not feel the same emotional connection. This moment, though small, could be a sign of deeper divisions that may only become more apparent as the younger royals grow older. The monarchy has long relied on tradition and public admiration to sustain its relevance. However, as generational attitudes shift, the institution faces a growing divide in public perception. While older generations still regard the monarchy as a symbol of stability, younger Britons are increasingly questioning its necessity. Recent polls highlight this stark contrast. Among those over the age of 65, monarchy support remains strong, with nearly 78% believing it is an essential part of Britain's identity. However, among those aged 18 to 24, that number drops dramatically, with only 31% expressing support for the institution. This generational gap suggests that the monarchy's long-term future is far from secure. One of the biggest factors contributing to this shift is changing social values. Younger generations prioritize transparency, equality, and modern governance, values that often clash with the monarchy's inherited privilege and exclusivity. While older citizens grew up with Queen Elizabeth II as a stabilizing figure, younger people have experienced the monarchy primarily through scandals, controversies, and internal family conflicts. The financial aspect of the royal family has also become a point of contention. The sovereign grant, which funds the royal family's official duties, has been criticized, especially during economic downturns. While some argue that the monarchy generates more in tourism than it costs taxpayers, younger generations are less convinced by this argument. In a time when public spending is heavily scrutinized, the idea of funding a hereditary institution is losing appeal. Despite these challenges, Prince William has emerged as the monarchy's best hope for connecting with younger audiences. His focus on mental health initiatives, climate change, and modern leadership resonates with the public. However, even his popularity may not be enough to prevent the monarchy from facing an existential crisis in the coming decades. The British monarchy has endured centuries of political upheaval, scandals, and shifting societal values, yet it has always managed to survive. However, the challenges it faces today are arguably more complex than ever before. The royal family is now at a crossroads, struggling to balance tradition with the need for modernization in a rapidly changing world. One of the most pressing issues is the monarchy's public image. While figures like Prince William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, enjoy widespread popularity, others within the royal family have significantly lower approval ratings. King Charles, despite his long preparation for the throne, still struggles to command the same level of public devotion that Queen Elizabeth II did. Meanwhile, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from royal duties and their criticisms of the institution have fueled a narrative of internal dysfunction. The controversy surrounding Prince Andrew has only made matters worse. His association with scandal has severely damaged the royal family's credibility, making it difficult for them to present a united and honorable image. The lack of accountability in dealing with these issues has led many to question whether the monarchy is capable of adapting to the modern era. Another major challenge is the role of the monarchy in governance. While it remains largely symbolic, the institution still plays a role in state affairs. However, in an era where elected officials are expected to be transparent and accountable, the existence of a hereditary monarchy feels increasingly outdated to many. The younger generation, in particular, is less inclined to support an institution that does not align with democratic principles. Despite these hurdles, the monarchy still has avenues to secure its future. By embracing progressive values, engaging more openly with the public, and focusing on humanitarian efforts, the royal family can work to maintain relevance. However, whether these efforts will be enough to sustain the institution in the long run remains an open question. The British royal family has always been under intense media scrutiny, but in the digital age, public perception is shaped more rapidly than ever before. Every royal statement, action, or misstep is immediately analyzed, dissected, and debated across social media, news outlets, and online forums. This shift in media dynamics presents both opportunities and challenges for the monarchy. Traditionally, the royal family maintained control over its image through carefully managed press releases and curated public appearances. However, social media has disrupted this model, allowing the public to shape narratives in real time. The younger generation, particularly those who consume news through platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, engages with royalty in a very different way than previous generations. For example, Prince William's commitment to preserving Diana's legacy has been widely celebrated online, with many hailing him as the true successor to his mother's compassionate approach to leadership. On the other hand, Queen Camilla's reaction has been met with skepticism, with some seeing her distress as a sign that she still struggles to win public favor. The rapid spread of such sentiments makes it difficult for the monarchy to control its own story. Documentaries, interviews, and exposés have also played a role in shaping perceptions. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's interviews with Oprah and Netflix documentaries have significantly impacted how people view the royal family. While some see these media appearances as an attempt to speak truthfully, others believe they contribute to the monarchy's internal divisions. Ultimately, the power of the media cannot be underestimated. The monarchy's ability to adapt to this new landscape will play a crucial role in determining its future. If it fails to connect with the digital generation, it risks becoming increasingly detached from the people it seeks to represent.